Let's talk boxing, proper boxing. Oleksandr Usyk defends his unified heavyweight world titles against Daniel Dubois this Saturday night in Poland. I love watching Oleksandr Usyk, not just in the ring, but outside the ring. He's a funny guy, a likable guy. I don't think there's one guy that doesn't like Oleksandr Usyk. Just the way he approaches the game, he's just a fun guy, and he can fight. Doesn't speak much English, but you just get him. You just get him even through his translator. You know he's a funny guy. He just comes across funny. Obviously he's up against Daniel Dubois, 19-1, 18 knockouts in them 19 wins. So he can whack, he can hit, and if he catches you, you're going down. But I suppose the question is, can Daniel catch Usyk? That is the question. Usyk's lateral movement up at heavyweight, southpaw stance, his lateral movement, his rolls, his in, his out, and his feet, his fast feet, man. Do you know what I mean? He can circle the ring well, he can change direction well. So it's a question, can he catch him? Now, for Daniel Dubois, he needs to go in there and stamp his authority from the first bell. Go in there, smother him, put your weight on him, hit his arms, hit his hips, hit his back. Be a little bit dirty in there just to get Usyk's respect. But it's Usyk. Do you know what I mean? It's Usyk, like I say, he's fought and beaten everyone he's faced so far in the professional ranks, and a lot of amateurs as well. He's had close to 350 fights and won 300 and whatever it was. So he's faced every single style, no doubt. Undisputed cruiserweight world champion, unified heavyweight world champion, and he's done it all on the road. Do you know what I mean? All on the road. None of these wins, title wins, have been in his backyard. Michael Hunter down at cruiserweight, I think he beat him in America. Marco Huck in Germany. Marius Bradis in Latvia. You've got who else? You've got Gassiev in Russia, Chisora in the UK, Tony Bellew in the UK, Joshua in the UK at one time. So he's fighting on the road and he's winning. And he's going in the opponent's backyard and taking their belts, which is unheard of nowadays. And he's definitely, when you talk about the top pound for pound list, right, is a subjective list, but the top three in everybody's list, and there's no doubt about it, is Crawford, Inoue, and Usyk. They're the top three guys in the planet. You can put them wherever you want, right? But that's your top three. 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. You can move around and do what you please because it's a subjective type thing, pound for pound. But the top three, 100%, is Crawford, Inoue, and Usyk. And Usyk is just one of them guys that, like, the way I like about him, like, and I want to give credit to Spencer Fearon because he said this about Terence Crawford. As Terence Crawford downloads, he's in the ring with you, he touches, and he feels, might take a round off the first round like he did against Spence, and he downloads this information. He downloads where your feet come in as you throw the jab or whatever, and that's what Usyk does. You can see him downloading information as he's rolling and he's dipping, and I think that's what makes him so good, is his boxing brain and his IQ, and the fact that the way he moves for a heavyweight, you don't really see it. The loads of heavyweights, especially in today's age, the heavyweights are 6'6", they're giants, 6'6", 6'7", 19 stone units. Usyk 6'3", what is he, 16, 17 stone maybe? I don't know, he's 18 stone, creeping up, I'm not sure. But the way he moves is second to none. And he's brilliant to watch. But he's up against Daniel Dubois in Poland. And again, it's a tough one for Daniel to win because, like I say, Usyk's probably seen his style. He's probably been roughed up. Again, Don Charles is probably, with the way he approaches, I think Don Charles is smart enough to realise that Daniel needs to go out there and just stamp his authority, be the bigger man, smother him, push him back on the ropes. When you have him against them ropes, it's just punch, punch, punch. But be smart about it because Usyk is quick to go off the ropes or he can counter, clearly. So you've got to be smart about it. Just hit arms, elbows, hips, back, whatever you can. Be a little bit dirty in there. And just really, really let Usyk know that he's in a fight. I think Chisora probably done that a little bit as well. It's just make it a rough, dirty fight, an unorthodox fight. But listen, like I say, if you're a boxing fan, you're probably wanting Usyk to win so we get to see the Tyson Fury fight. I think that's the fight we all want to see because you do have two men that have a boxing IQ second to none in that heavyweight division. Like I've spoke about Usyk's lateral movement and the way his feet are, but Fury's got great lateral movement as well. He's got fast feet for a man at 6'9". Do you know what I mean? So that's going to be a great fight. That's going to be a fight of, if you're a pure boxing fan, of game plan, boxing IQ, and all that. It's going to be a skill set. Both skill sets are going to gel. And the switch into Tyson as well can play a part. But Tyson's the 6'9" guy. The 6'9" guy at 20 stone. Usyk's the smaller guy. So there's loads of dynamics in that fight with the Fury and Usyk fight that it's going to go, right, who wins this one? Who does this one? Usyk's skill set, the lighter man, bouncing around the ring all the time, they run away from Tyson Fury, pot shot, or a big man like Tyson Fury, will he lean on him, smother him, or will Tyson use his skill set? So it's an exciting fight. So I think that unless sort of like your Daniel Dubois team fans, and maybe a hardcore UK boxing fan who wants Daniel Dubois to win, I think the majority of us is going to be thinking Usyk's going to win. And we can set up that Tyson Fury fight in Saudi Arabia or wherever it may be. But I think Tyson Fury's belt isn't on the line against Ngannou. That's in October. And we just get that fight made, man. I think if anything this year's proven is we're getting the fights we want to see. We're getting them. We're getting the fights. Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, Tank Garcia. So we're getting the fights. I think for the legacy and all this sort of stuff, I mean, the money is a big part. It's prize fighting, but I think, how much money do you need? I mean, they've all got generational wealth, and I imagine nowadays, these guys. So how much money do you need? It comes a point where that's not a factor anymore in your life, and legacy has to play a part. The number one top dog is. We need to see the undisputed. The fact there's 4 belts in one division for me is like, come on, there's 4 world champions, but who's number one? Like I say, boxing subjective. You can have 4 world champions in the division, but who's the number one guy? And we don't know unless they fight each other. So the undisputed needs to have. I think the undisputed needs to be the 4th factor of every division right now. I'm starting to see it. There's been loads of undisputed fighters nowadays. 4 years ago, there's like 4 in the history of the 4 belt era. And now we're starting to see a lot of them come in now with the Charlos and Inuis and Canelos and Josh Taylors and all these guys. So we're starting to see it, and Usyk up at cruiserweight as well. But I think Usyk right now, he wants to be undisputed at heavyweight, a 2-weight world champion, undisputed champion. And I'd imagine Tyson as well. I mean, Tyson's got all the belts, but I think Tyson is a fighting man, and he wants to be the top dog. And I think he wants to beat Usyk and Joshua. I think they're the 2 fights he wants. He's beat Wilder. The 4 main guys in the division, right, is obviously Wilder, Usyk, Joshua, and a WBC champ himself. The number one in many eyes is Tyson Fury. But I think Tyson wants to stamp his authority in this division and be like, I am the best of my era. It's not up for discussion. I need to beat Usyk and I need to beat Joshua. So I'm thinking this Saturday night, Usyk's going to go out there. I wish Daniel Dubois all the best, man. Like I say, he's a likable guy. And he needs to smother him. If he's got any chance, even it may be a small chance of winning, it is just roughing Usyk up, roughing him up. Just try and connect with one big shot. Just hit everything you can. But I think that Usyk's lateral movement, southpaw stance, and he can hit like this heavyweight division. They all hit. Daniel Dubois going down a couple of times. He's been stopped by the big man, the big juggernaut himself, and Joe Joyce. So it's a tough ask, but I see Usyk getting the win here. Tough ask for Daniel Dubois, but Usyk's going to get the win. And hopefully we get to see this Tyson Fury fight next year, beginning of next year, along with Wilder and Joshua. But listen, it's proper boxing. This is what I love. Usyk. Don't know what happened there. Little short cut there, but I don't know where I was. But I'll end it there, and I'll say, listen, Usyk against Daniel Dubois. Let me know who wins, man. I probably already know who you think wins because of just how good Usyk is. And hopefully we get to see that Tyson Fury fight in the future, because I think we need to have the undisputed champion, the top dog in the heavyweight division. It's all right us all talking about it and how we're having different opinions. We need to see it, and it needs to be proven. So let me know who you think wins.